My orthodontist once told me that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It is starting to feel like insanity to keep drinking from the Kool-Aid that keeps poisoning me. So I'm not anymore. Thanks.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I ain't see no adjustments made.
Yeah. Hey, it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another reaction video. Guys, like the video on your way in. Let's get straight into this one.
You feminist women out here making these good men not want to be good men. I don't need no man. I can do it all by myself. Can you? Can you? I mean, I know physically I can take care of myself. I've been on my own since I was 17. Do I want to take care of myself all the time? No. Do I want to be independent all the time? No, I don't. Do I want to take care of somebody? Yes, I do. Do I want to make sure dinner is cooked and laundry is done and contributing to the household and taking care of the kids? Yes. Yes, I do. And then we got all you waffles out here ruining good men. They don't want to be good men because of feminists.
It's something that she said at the end of the video, and it stuck with me. And it's something that I've had to learn through experience, and that is your integrity and your character. What do you mean by that? Not saying that you're not going to make mistakes, but sometimes, especially when you're dealing with a strong, independent woman, a radical feminist, they're going to say things that are meant to ignite you, and you can't respond. Why? Not because you don't have the ability, but because for your time and you thinking about making money, it's just stupid. And that's why people encourage you to read books, because you'll hear different concepts about opening up your mind. I can do this to get better. I can do that to get better. And when you come into contact with, oh, I'm strong and independent, I don't need no man. I heard about you. Bingo. I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge.
Absolutely. You should absolutely avoid any woman that describes herself as strong and independent, because she's just telling you she doesn't need you, and she's not going to respect you because she thinks she can do it all by herself. Of course, we can all do it by ourselves. We don't all want to, though. Some of us actually enjoy serving other people, helping other people, building something with someone else. Not all of us are complete bottomless pits of selfishness.
Because you're about to say something or do something that's going to potentially ruin my career, and I don't have time for that. Stay single, stay safe, stay out of my way. Modern women logic.
Aren't you gonna open the door for me?
Yeah, I was literally just about to.
As you should.
Shut that door. Shut that door.
I think I left something on the seat. 1 second. I just gotta move before you. I don't want you to sit on it.
Okay.
Please drive off. Please drive off. Please drive off.
What age did you wake up and realize that you no longer wanted to be a strong?
She pretty much talks about like coming to the realization that she no longer wants to be a strong, independent Black woman. I will have to say that it's just now hitting me. I just turned 33, and I will say, I think it's this year that it's really hit me that I do not want the title of a strong, independent Black woman, okay?
I really hope there's some younger girls watching this, because I just want to say this is not the first time you're going to see this, and it's not the last either. So many women are actually being courteous enough to come out and say, this ain't it, we were lied to. There's a bunch of women who are still continuing to lie. They're only lying because they're trying to rob you of the potential that you still have that they no longer have. Don't listen to those women, listen to these women, because they're speaking the truth and they're being honest.
I am a single divorced mom. I have been divorced now for 4 years, going on 5 years. So I have been doing this whole thing by myself, literally doing everything, right? For me and my daughter for the past 5 years. And I will say that although I am very happy with my life, I pray for a soft life, a life where the financial weight and the financial burden doesn't fall on me. Actually, I don't want a financial burden in our household, period, but I really do not want to carry the weights in that capacity at all. I want to be able to live a life of leisure, a soft life, a slow life. Like, I am so tired. And although I do feel like I carry it well, like, yes, you probably can't even tell that I'm tired because I do feel like I carry it well. That's not a good thing in itself. Like, it shouldn't be a badge of honor for me having to go through all these different struggles to be, you know, great, right? Like, I look forward to the day where I marry someone that kind of relieves me of the stress of like day-to-day life. To be honest, I feel softer. I feel more feminine.
Listen to what she's saying, girls. It's too late for this lady, but it doesn't mean it has to be too late for you.
Whenever I'm able to rest a lot more, and right now I'm not able to do so as much because, again, I'm doing this by myself. I am a single mom. But I know, and God knows, there will come a day, there will come a day where I can really, truly
Unfortunately, she was already married, so I reckon she did have that chance, but she fell into the lie of feminism, which is that the grass is greener elsewhere and that you can do it by yourself, and actually that's the fun way to do it. Everyone finds happiness, but I'm just saying her chances are slim.
Tap into my soft girl era where I do not have to be this strong woman that's always carrying every single thing, like that I can rest, where I can trust somebody to lead.
I keep getting comments and DMs asking me if I'm single, dating, other variations of that. And I thought this new year would be a great opportunity to explain how I'm feeling about dating right now in more detail. Let's say
literally no one asked. No one asked.
Feeling about dating right now in more detail. Let's say I pull out a jar and I go, guess what? There are 10 M&Ms in this jar. And you go, Laura, that's amazing. I love M&Ms more than anything else in the world. And you're like, yep, get in here and pick out your M&M so you can be happy for the rest of your life. And then so you stick your hand in there and all of a sudden you're in horrible pain and you go, hey, what the? And I go, oh my God, I forgot to mention, also in the jar, it's filled with maggots and needles and acid. But keep sticking your hand in there. It's worth it to find the M&M. So you keep sticking your hand in there, but the maggots bite you or whatever maggots do, and the needles stab you and the acid burns you. So you tell me, hey, this isn't fun for me at all. So I say, well, I think you're just really bad at picking out M&Ms, and it kind of seems like you like getting bitten and stabbed and burned. But you need to get back in there because there are millions of other hands looking for those M&Ms. Here's some advice from people who found M&Ms before years ago, even though it sounds like they're not M&Ms at all. And so you keep trying, but you realize that every single time you stick your hand in here, you're just getting hurt. And every time you pull your hand out, it's getting more and more disfigured, and you're starting not to recognize yourself. And there was this one time you thought you found an M&M, but it was a maggot pretending to be an M&M for some time. And you go, hey, I don't want...
Is this an analogy for her saying that she's ran through? I'm really, really confused. I kind of get what she's saying, but also wish she would just say it clearly.
Want to do this anymore? It doesn't seem worth it for the M&M. And I go, no, you don't understand. You won't be happy and fulfilled until you have an M&M. Also, you're going about it all wrong. You need to try setting good boundaries. But then you realize boundaries are just sticking your hand in the jar and just pulling it out faster than normal so you're not as disfigured and hurt. So then I go, hey, have you tried only picking the ones that give you money and then be mean to them so that they give you more money? And you go, I've been bitten by the maggots and stabbed by the needles and burned by the acid so much to know there is no financial compensation that makes it worth it. Also, I can't even find a normal M&M. How am I gonna find an M&M with money? So then I call you a pick-me that deserves to get hurt because you won't evolve your M&M picking strategy with the times. Hey, doesn't that make you want to punch me in the face really, really hard? Did I mention that?
I'm really confused. Am I being dumb? I'm really confused.
All the while, the maggots and needles and acid are screaming at you that you're too stuck up and you need to lower their standards and be their surrogate mommy, or else you're gonna die alone. But don't worry, they want you to stick your hand back in the jar because they're not gonna bite and burn and stab you like those other ones did. Here's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm closing the jar. I'm gonna throw the jar in the ocean, and I'm gonna work on fixing my hand. Am I ever gonna stick my hand in the jar again? I really don't want to right now, but maybe that will change with time. But I think right now I'm tired of being told that I'm not good at picking M&Ms and that my standards are too high just because I want to be with someone who is kind to me and treats me like a human being. My orthodontist once told me that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It is starting to feel like insanity to keep drinking from the Kool-Aid that keeps poisoning me. So I'm not anymore. Thanks.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I ain't see no adjustments made.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm looking for is maybe there should be another strategy other than the one that I'm using right now.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for providing some logic.
What does that look like? Well, instead of continuing to blindly stick your hand in the jar. Maybe you should look in the jar first. Oh, shoot, there's maggots in there. There's needles in there. Whatever else. I'm not going to stick my hand in there. Instead, I'm going to get a tool and I'm going to stick it down off.
This is why we need men. This is why we need men. And this is why she should turn to the good men that she has in her life and get them to look in the jar for her. Get them to shine a torch. Get them to give her the tools and maybe even do it for her. This is really refreshing.
In there and pull something out. You see, in my experience, even on TV, you can see how jewelers go to a pawn shop and see how they examine jewelry. They get out a little pair of tongs or whatever you want to call those things, and I hold something up to the light. I hold that diamond up to the light and I look at it and even get a magnifying glass to see if it's precious, to see if it's rare, to see if it's actually real. But because you watch these daytime television shows, because you listen to stupid, well, I shouldn't say that, less than stellar advice on TikTok, then you keep on going around in the same circle because it sounds good.
Facts. This guy is absolutely spot on.
Your emotions are all up high and you love what you heard and maybe there's hope. And you don't sit back and say, is this really going to work?
He's speaking facts.
That's too bad.
Y'all mad because that girl man proposed to her with a Pandora ring, but y'all ain't got no ring or no man. In the comments, talking about I would never. We know, because you could never. Some of y'all have been with y'all mans for 3+ years. He ain't even a bubblegum ring. Let's keep it cute. Yeah, let's mind our business and be happy for others.
I'm at work. Don't ask me why I got this on my shirt. You know how y'all be. Anyways, it's this older dude that they be coming to fill the vending machines at my job. So anyway, when he be filling the drinks, he had asked me the first time we met. He's like, what drink you like? You know, I don't be drinking drinks like that. By the time I want the orange one. So every time, every like week or whatever, he fill the drinks, he come and bring me an orange drink. I don't drink this thing. What I want to know is, Clifford, where the money at? I know we could do better than a drink,
She sounds like a witch.
I need to stop playing like that. But I know the money large.
This is heartbreaking.
I know it's large. I know it's large. Stop playing with me. Don't burn me. No more daggone drinks, okay? I still got the one from last time, and I think the time before that. Come on now. I mean, oh my gosh. When he first asked me what drinks I like, I should have told him. I should have said, well, you know, I'm not really a soda drinker, but there's this nice coffee place downtown that I fumbled. I failed you, Shira. I failed you. Daggone, I failed the sprinkle lady. Stop playing.
This is what I'm talking about, man.
This is really devastating. If Clifford is actually his name, I feel really sorry for him. I think that's really sweet. Even if she's not interested, but she's only interested because she knows he has money. Poor Clifford. Guys, be careful, because sometimes these women will pretend to be interested and they're really not. They're really not. They just seem completely soulless. What's ironic is these are the same women that we'll see crying on TikTok in 10 years.
I'm not trying to be Joey Swoles, but I have to say something about this video.
Push the fucking pack off with the porch or break a pound down. Keep the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes surround sounds. Pussycat on my lap, push it back and go.
So personally, I saw about 4 or 5 things that really rubbed me wrong about this video. First one being, she obviously recorded this with a tripod. It's not like she had some hidden camera and she was catching people staring or something. They saw you set up your camera and was probably like looking at you like you were an influencer or something. Secondly, I swear she counted the same dude like 5 times. Like it was really only him and he wasn't necessarily staring but glancing at you. Thirdly, this has to be the most self-absorbed shit I've ever read. It's like some self-fulfilling prophecy she doesn't even know that she's doing. Like, yes, people may be looking at you because you're in bright pink. You got your tripod set up. You doing a weird kickback exercise. People are going to look at you in the gym.
Pussycat on my lap, push it back and go to town, down, putting
Can someone tell me, how self-absorbed do you have to be to set up your tripod in the gym and film a whole video about how guys are staring at you when you're wearing this? And then just zoom in on the guy's face that just happened to look at you? I wouldn't even be surprised if I ended up on one of these videos next time. When I'm in the gym and I'm training hard, I blankly stare around, not even knowing what I'm staring at. Most likely that guy wasn't staring at you to creep on you. He probably thought he was in a circus because he was looking at a clown.
Guys, I think we need to start choosing violence just like Cat Williams did yesterday. Women that come to the gym with these cameras and tripods, we need to let them know that they can't film here. We don't want to be in the background of their video. We go into the front desk and make a complaint on them, just like this man did.
Am I gonna be in the fucking background and break your fucking phone?
What the fuck is your issue, bro?
I don't like to be in the fucking background.
You're not gonna be in the background.
Fucking better not be able to smash your fucking phone.
Fuck off, you bitch.
They want to come into the gym and try to harass us. We need to stop being so nice. We need to push back like they do. We're collectively gonna come together and report all women who record in the gym on their phone to the front desk.
I mean, I completely understand his rage. Men are sick of it. I don't know why women feel the need to record themselves anyway. It's just... it's so self-absorbed. Like, if you're there to work out or you're not, why do you need to be recording yourself? It's not fair to the other people who are there who don't want to be recorded.
Girl was training legs when her hair got stuck in the hex squat machine. She came to the gym with Crocs and she's working out barefoot, because today is not only leg day, but also fungal infection and athlete's foot day. How many guys does it take to save the day? All the boys were helping except one. He was joking around and giving emotional support. And nobody in this gym is wearing shoes. And this was the story of How I Met Your Mother and foot infection. At the end, they cut her hair and she said she has a boyfriend.
Look, check this post here out. She says, caught my gym crush checking me out today. And we know that's all they want. They want that one guy in the gym that they seeking attention from to notice them. But any other guy notice them, you know, they're gonna videotape the
Oh yeah, guy's only a creep so long as she's unattracted to you.
guy, call him a creep and all kind of mess.
Why that angle? What are you doing? This is just such degenerate behaviour, and women will try and cope all the time and say, oh, it's for this, it's for that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
We also need to stop helping them when they get caught up under these machines. Like this guy right here. What is he doing? She's an independent woman. She got it. She'll figure it out.
I put on what I put on and go to the gym because I want to see my muscles while I'm working out. I want to see them flex. No woman comes to the gym and wants your attention.
Bullshit. We just saw a video where a woman's talking about her gym crush.
Following women from machine to machine, licking your lips, staring at them, talking to them, smiling at them, interrupting their set to tell them that they're beautiful. Nobody wants to hear that.
That is a lie, and she know it. If it was the man that she wanted who came over and interrupted her set, she would be all for it. But
facts.
But she's obviously referring to the men that she don't want in the gym.
The machine, licking your lips, staring at them, talking to them, smiling at them, interrupting their set to tell them that they're beautiful. Nobody wants to hear that. I am working out. If you're not telling me my form is improper or proper, don't say nothing to me. Don't say shit to me. Listen, if I were a man working out, you would never interrupt his set because you have respect for men, but you're entitled, right? And you have a sense of entitlement over women, so you think you could tell me whatever you want to tell me and don't nobody want to hear that shit because I'm fucking working out. I don't want your attention. I want muscles.
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. It do not work like that. We cannot control what men do. Growing up as a little girl, did your parents teach you about stranger danger? There are some weird men and women out here in the world. You come in the gym looking a certain way, got on certain particular short. Yeah, maybe one or two guys out of the 50 guys in the gym, those two men may be staring at you. You should know this. There are creeps everywhere. Go join a woman's only gym.
You my thug, you my love, you my sweat. Won't turn my head, they can't stab me in my back. 1 man, 2 man, 3 man.
This is a completely unpopular opinion, but it's just something that I feel needs to be addressed and spoken out about and against, especially for encouraging young women away from this. More and more every day when I go to the gym, I keep seeing worse and worse and worse outfits of girls wearing pretty much what looks like their bra and underwear to the gym. First of all, I am not against looking cute at the gym. If you want to wear makeup to the gym, you do you. If you want to put on a cute set, you do you. If you're hot and you need to wear shorts, but wear a normal top. If you want to wear a small top because your upper body's hot, wear some modest bottoms.
That's right, ma'am. That's all guys are saying. The shorts don't have to be crammed up
Thank you.
your behind.
But to wear shorts this big with a sports bra this big, I don't understand. And then these same girls who are wearing outfits like this, I'm talking like up your freaking ass, little teeny tiny booty shorts with a teeny tiny sports bra. Then they're just standing there looking around, clearly looking like they want attention. Honey, are you here to work out? Here's the thing. I feel bad for men because
This lady is speaking the truth. I love this lady.
How do you not look? I'm looking.
Yeah.
It is hard to not look. For women, you either are wearing it because you're single, okay, whatever, you're single, you want some attention. It's just rough because if you are single and you're wearing that, the type of attention and the type of man who's going to be attracted to that isn't more than likely going to take you seriously unless he's a simp and is just going to take the bait. You look like a
Who is this woman? Who is she? I love her.
hoe. And then if you aren't single and you're wearing
We're actually hearing a woman give good advice. Oh, this is so refreshing. I need to find her. We need to be friends.
that to the gym, what is that saying about whoever you're dating and how you're respecting them? Because it's not a cute look no matter how you look at it. You're either begging for the wrong attention being single and a dude only is going to look at you and want you for one reason, or you're doing it when you're married or have a boyfriend. Or you're married, and why are you looking like that in the gym if you're married or have a boyfriend? I don't know, man. No high value respectable man is gonna look at some chick at the gym with her shorts up her ass and be like, that's my wife.
Wow. I can't tell you how much joy this woman has just brought me. It's so refreshing to see women who actually care about other women and are willing to give them the truth and be honest and give good womanly advice. She's just saying it as it is. She's speaking the truth. God bless this woman.
It's my wife. She's wife material. No. Wake up.
Now she is smart, unlike this next lady right here.
This woman gets mad every time someone walks in front of her camera.
I'm looking at you funny. If you haven't tell from my face, I'm disgusted right now. And then you gonna go walk through my stuff anyways. Respectfully, she walking behind. We love people that have manners. Every time my body just touches this, I'm like, gross, ew, ew.
So they got this big debate going on online, I see. They've been trending for days, really, about females coming to the gym with anything on. Now we see what she got on, and seen a lot of females going in on her, like saying she shouldn't have this on, she shouldn't. And to my surprise, I even seen some dudes saying like she shouldn't have that on. Me, I don't know. Maybe it's just that hood mentality. I be like, I always talk mind my business. Like, if I'm working out, you come in the gym butt ass naked. That's you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Like, if I see a female walking,
Yeah, that's all good and well, you saying that until you appear in the back of one of her videos and you happen to be glancing in her direction, and then the whole internet is calling you a creep and calling you all sorts of names. Next thing you know, you're maybe losing your job or you're losing respect from your family because everyone's saying that you're a creep and that you've done something wrong. It's good to say mind your business or whatever, but that's not what these women are doing. They're not minding their business. They're doing this purposely to try and portray guys as animals. So yeah, it's all good and well saying that, but let's be real, like, he's probably just saying this because, well, he don't mind seeing a bit of ass while he's at the gym. Like, I get it. I get the dude perspective of, like, I don't mind. But it's like, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, because unfortunately there are a lot of guys who are ending up in these videos and they're getting painted in a way that really isn't accurate and is not fair to them, and yeah.
in the gym butt naked. I mean, that's them. Hell, they got to do with me. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't know. I just see a lot of people complaining, especially about this shorty right here. They saying that she ain't got no business in the gym like that. I don't know, man. I just be like, man, I be so right up in my own world, to each his own.
Bro, that is a freaking lie, and you know it. You see a woman like this that comes in the gym butt naked, you're not going to be distracted by that. You know you'll be looking at that woman. She definitely will be a distraction to a workout.
Yeah, I agree with the commentator there. I mean, obviously you're going to be distracted. Maybe his intentions for saying that he's not bothered by it is perhaps because, like, he likes it. I get that. I understand it. But like I say, you can't have it both ways, unfortunately. You know, it's all good and well to say it's none of your business until you end up in the back of the video and you're being called a creep when, you know, what determines a creep? You're only a creep if she's not into you. If she's into you, oh, my gym crush.
I just want to come on here and be real with y'all for a second. That, like, I know we joke around and kiki on here, but, like, there is a part of the single life where, you know, it's not all glitz and glam and whatever. Like, at times, sometimes, not all the time, this is very frustrating. It gets annoying, you know, especially if you think you found someone and it's not your person, and then you have to put yourself back out there, be vulnerable again. It is annoying. It is frustrating. Sometimes you want to break your phone. You want to delete the apps. You want to block the numbers. Like, you just don't want to do it, because especially if you've been single for a long time, I'm tired. I'm tired. So yes, it comes with the freedoms, but sometimes it's just...
Yeah, I mean, because loneliness is not the joke that a lot of modern women seem to be adept at making it appear to be. Can you travel, go around the world, spend a lot of time with your friends and family? You sure can. I think most people that I know are looking for some...
I mean, you can do all of that with a partner.
...body to quote-unquote settle down with. There's not a lot of people out here glorifying the hermit life. Are there people out here living like hermits in solitude?
Absolutely.
With little to no companions? Sure there are, but that's not the vast majority of people. That's not going to be your average person. It's a road that's quite literally not meant for everybody. And unfortunately, society has somehow bamboozled modern women, or some of them, into thinking that you can be unique, you can be a rarity, you don't need a man. As a matter of fact, I'll go one step further. You don't need anyone. As a matter of fact, I'll take it even one step further. Not only do you not need anybody, you need to scream it to the hilltops, to the heavens. You don't need anybody, just to make sure that nobody's coming. To be honest with you, it's a short-sighted plan that shows a lack of critical thought. But modern women logic.
Women need to be what I like to call my version of positive toxic, and I'll give you some examples. Let's just say you and him have a regular routine.
Are we even going to give the time of day to a person who can put positive and toxic next to each other and call it a thing like it doesn't literally cease to exist at that point? What?
And on your way to work every morning, you give him a call, y'all talk on the phone. At least one of those days out the week, don't call him. Tell him
she's not talking to you, okay? She is not talking to you. Don't listen to that shit. This is no offense to that creator and her content, but stop listening to stuff like this. See, this is exactly why men and women are so divided, when in reality, all we want is love. Number one.
Thank you for calling her out on the bullshit.
One, to me, there's no such thing as positive toxicity. That's an oxymoron, okay?
Oh, I love her. Thank you. Oh, guys, we don't have to lose hope. She gets it.
And why would I want to conduct myself in that type of space in an actual relationship? So hear somebody say, sometimes you got to be toxic. Switch up your routine. No, baby. If my man likes me talking to him in the morning on my way to work, and that's what we both enjoy, that's what I'm going to do. I like cooking for my man on a Friday night and cuddling up on the couch and satisfying him and his appetite. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if we continue to listen to shit like this. We're all going to end up by ourselves. And that's not the way.
Someone put a ring on this woman's finger. Someone put a ring on this woman's hand.
The God intended, okay? We're all meant to be with something and in something, or being loved by somebody. But we cannot just snap out of this toxic, playing all these games. I don't have time to play games, because I want something real and somebody real. And I can't follow guidelines like this. Now, if you do, to each his own, let me know how it works out for you. But I'm going to tell you something. These men are going to get extremely tired of us. The way that we are sick of them and we telling them, they already got so many rules to follow. Oh, I don't eat at Cheesecake Factory. I don't like Olive Garden. And I can't drive in a car like that. And I don't want coffee for a date. They're already sick of us. And what's going to happen is men are going to be extremely content with being by themselves if we keep playing stupid kitty games like this. There's absolutely no way that if you are in your late 20s, early 30s, or in your 40s, you should be listening to some shit like this. And once again, no offense to her, but this don't make no sense, okay? Stop taking this type of advice, because all it's gonna do is ruin you and your relationship, and you're gonna end up by yourself.
No offense.
Absolute hands down facts. She has hit the nail on the head. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Modern women logic.
Most of my guy friends are single right now, and this is why. And no one's really talking about this, by the way.
Modern day dating sucks for plenty of reasons, and it's going to continue to suck because I don't think women understand that they fully dictate and control the dating marketplace.
They don't. They really don't. They don't have a clue. Because they don't have to have a clue, because they've just been given unlimited power and they're running with it.
If a young man gets on the internet and sees that to get an attractive girl, to get a girlfriend, period, I need to be very successful, have everything in my life in order, well, he's going to put his head down, build himself up, and once he's ready, he'll go find him a wife. Most men don't even really come into their own until their early to mid 30s. I say this all the time. My dad had me and he was 24 years old. He was dead broke. By his mid 30s, he was making $250,000 a year. Wow. Dating was easy as for him. Do you even think that a successful man that has a lot of money, and that's relative, doesn't have to be millions, do you think it's hard for him to operate in the dating world? No. All you got to do as a man is flex a little bit of a lifestyle, and they'll come. My pop says all the time, he said, I would hate to date in this generation. He was like, because love is so secondary. It's what can you do for me right now?
Absolutely, it's devastating. Everything has become secondary to money, status, power. Yeah, it's really depressing. I don't think love is anyone's priority anymore. What's worse is I don't even think most people understand what love actually entails. People's perception of love these days is quite often a false idealization of fairy tale love that's presented in the movies and TV shows, and people seem to think that playing toxic games with each other and, you know, having these crazy up and downs all the time is true love. No, that's not true love. That's often in some cases that's just complete absurdity. It's nonsense and it's extremely toxic and unhealthy, and, you know, love, real love is stable and healthy and not always pretty. That's the truth of it. But people don't want that because people don't like hard work. People like easy instant gratification, and that's why people are going after these lifestyles that people can provide instead of what I would call true love.
Do you have? He said, when did 20-year-olds, when were y'all supposed to be rich and everything figured out? He said, that doesn't even make any sense. Everybody wants this luxurious lifestyle, fancy lifestyle to live, but what women don't understand, the dude that has his head on his shoulders that you don't want at 24, he's going to be that rich, successful dude at 30. And he might not want you that. Men on average have to work extremely hard to get successful, especially get paid. So once they reach that point, they become the catch. Girl just has to wait to get chosen then. I know a lot of women don't like when they hear this, but the longer you are single, the harder it's going to be for you in the dating world. That's reality. You need to live in it. If you find a guy that has his head on right and his trajectory looks good, keep him. For majority of people, there is not a Prince Charming coming to save you, some rich man that's just going to fall out the sky and come.
And stop going after bums. Stop going after people with no trajectory whatsoever. Stop going after the people who, you know, excite you. That's gonna die out. The people who excite you now are gonna fail you in the future. If a relationship seems too good to be true and it just seems so fairy tale and like a miracle and exciting, chances are it is too good to be true. Get out. Go and find something stable. Go and find someone who understands a little bit about how the world works. Even if they don't have their shit together now, I can guarantee you that they probably will in the future. And a good girl by their side who believes in them might actually help them along the way. But regardless, if they've got a good head and they've got it screwed on properly, they're going to be headed on a good trajectory. And if you can see that good trajectory, then absolutely stick around. But stop going after bums and guys who are drug dealers and all of these kind of guys. Oh, there's an element of danger there. It's exciting. No, it's a foolish mistake. Hey, anyone can fall prey to those mistakes, but don't project a trajectory when there isn't one. And quite often, girls make the mistake of projecting a trajectory onto a guy when they're excited by the guy. When that guy is piquing a lot of the woman's emotions, it kind of gets her addicted to the dopamine of it all. And girls, you that's your own responsibility. You got to be more self-aware, you got to be more switched on, and don't fall prey to your own mind of what you hope something could be, because ultimately, unfortunately, everything you do in life is your own decision and you're the only one to blame.
Come get you. That's not going to happen. You don't have a lot of dating options or romantic partners. I don't know why people think they do. All of this is just a cycle. The dude that you don't want at 25, 26, 27 Once he gets established at 32, 33, you now have to get chosen. That man becomes a catch. A man that's, let's say, 6 foot, has all his money in order, and is successful, he is the prize now. A lot of dudes now, they'll just be single, they'll work their ass off, and once they're established and ready, they'll do the picking. And then a lot of women just have to wait to get chosen.
And a lot of women end up getting left over. I think I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's in like Chinese culture. It's somewhere over in the East. In their culture, they have a term for women over 30 who aren't married and don't have children, and it literally translates to leftover woman. But yeah, it's the honest truth of it, and people really hate when you call this stuff out, and they will go so far as to project their delusion onto you and say, no, you're wrong, that's not true, because I've been told, differently by a guy who obviously just wants to sleep with you. But we're not saying this to try and shame you or make you feel bad. We're actually saying it to try and help you so that you actually stand a chance of being part of the half of the female population that will be in a relationship, a healthy relationship, or have children by 2030. I don't want you girls to be part of the group of women who by 2030 will be single and childless. Unfortunately, that's 1 in 2 of us. So that's my 2 pence.
I literally just basically communicated to this man that I don't like how he doesn't reciprocate anything. Like, if I ask him how his day was, he never asked me how my day was. Like, if I ask him how he's doing, he never asked me how I'm doing. Like, basic human decency. And do you want to know what he just said to me? He said, if you wanted to tell me how your day was, you could have just told me. You don't have to do these weird tactics to try and get me to ask you how your day was. I'm sorry, what? Cut the film.
It's a fair point. It is a fair point. I mean, listen, the guy is just probably very, very low in agreeableness. He's probably just very straight to the point, and that's fair enough.
So who's filming, guys? Stop it. I've had enough. I've honestly had enough.
So I see what he's saying. From his perspective, he's probably thinking, you ask me what I'm doing, I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm at work, I'm just chilling. And then you would pipe in, oh yeah, that's cool, I just got off of work, I'm just making food for myself. What do you plan on doing after you?
I mean, he's very clearly stated how he operates. So what she should be doing is, first of all, not going on TikTok and complaining about it. She should be assessing if that's something that she can adapt to. Okay, this is how this guy communicates. This is how he expects me to communicate with him. Is that something I can adjust to? Or do I want someone who's gonna ask? Simple as that. If you do want someone who's gonna ask, perhaps assess, because we're women, we tend to make silly, rash decisions, let's be real. You should assess if that's something that you can't see yourself adjusting to. Are you seriously thinking about where you stand in the marketplace? Because is this guy a good guy? Do I actually really like him? And if it's just this one thing, don't throw away a whole potential relationship because you can't get your head around how this person communicates. If you're going to say, oh, I can't adapt to that, I'll just find someone else. Realistically, can you get someone else? Realistically. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude here, but this woman has a crazy type of entitlement for someone who is not in shape. So I'm just trying to be logical here and provide some actually useful advice. Look, like I said, that guy is probably quite low in agreeableness. It does seem normal courtesy if someone asks how you are, you ask how they are back. However, also, I don't know what culture this guy is from. It seems normal courteous to me because I'm British. Perhaps it's not wherever he's from. I don't know. But the point is that he's not being a dick. He's just saying how he communicates, which is very straightforward. She's asked how he is, so he's answered. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. If he's not asking how your day is, perhaps he just doesn't care. Does that mean he doesn't care about you? I don't know. That would require some further investigation. But is it the end of the world? Does it warrant making a ridiculous TikTok whinging about it? Absolutely not.
You get off of work. But I think she kind of wants them to lead the conversation, which is probably what I would encourage as well. I don't think that women should take a back seat like I hear a lot of modern women wanting to do. I don't want to think, I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. No, you need to be present in the conversation. You need to think of topics that you want to discuss. Both parties would want to discuss. You need to take a mutual interest in me like you want me to take a mutual interest in you. And that's it. But it doesn't seem like this guy is too interested, or maybe he's just tired and he's got a lot on his mind.
Yeah, I think this guy's spot on.
I don't know, but that's just my opinion. Until the next video, I'm out.
I think what he said is pretty spot on. But what do you think? Why don't you let me know in the comment section below what you thought. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up on your way out and be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of my content. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.